And I have on the line with me at this time no other than music producer, video director, studio engineer, entrepreneur, my man Cracka Lack. What's going on, my brother?
What's up, man? Thank you for having me.
No doubt. It's a pleasure to have you. Appreciate you coming through. And what we're going to do, I'm going to take everybody on a little journey. I know you've been doing a lot as far as, like you said, music producer, video director, entrepreneur. So what we're going to do first, I'm going to start off with take us back to when you first got into the music industry.
Yeah, pretty much. I started young. I was 15, and at the time, I guess I would say I started music in general because at the time I rapped, and so I started trying to rap and make beats to rap to, and recording and mixing my own songs. So I did that from like 15 to about 23. I'm 28 now, and from 15 to 23, I put out 3 group CDs, 15, 16, and 17, and then from 17 to 23, I put out 16 solo mixtapes and albums, and I was doing a lot of shows, and they said the hardest thing as an artist is to find your voice, and from CD to CD, my voice changed. I was like, all right, I found my voice now, and I do a whole CD, come out with it, put it online, start recording the next CD, and like, oh, wait, now I found my voice, I do a whole CD. Well, after 16 CDs, I can say I never found my voice, and at 23, I wanted to start obviously making more money, and I was always producing while I was rapping, but you only have so much time in the day, so whenever I'd have free time, it'd be like, oh, instead of working on a CD, I chose to work on beats, and so when I switched my focus from rapping to producing, I started making a lot more money because I was selling my beats, and then it just, the whole business mindset, sank in then, because then it's just a one-stop shop, Right. By then, people had heard my music as a rapper, so they would always ask, what studio do you record at? And I said, I record and mix my own songs. So then they asked how much you charge to do that for me. So right. I just started providing all the services that I was doing for myself to everyone else, but then I had a business with Cracka Lack, get the studio time, get a beat, get a video, and then after saving up money from doing that, about 4 years ago, I started a CD duplication business.
Right.
It's $1CDduplication.com, and that really blew up after the first year. And then after a year in business with $1 CD duplication, I started a clothing line, World Legacy Clothing, with my business partner Dylan. He's down in Miami now, and we've been doing that. That's catered towards kings and queens. It's kind of like a Polo, Tommy Hilfiger, Nautica type of clothing line. Do casual wear. And then since then I've really just been focusing back on, what started everything with Cracka Lack, the building my resume with artists, working with bigger artists, just doing everything that I'm doing now, but on a larger scale.
No doubt. So let me ask you this, as far as your name, Cracka Lack, when did you actually come up with that name?
Honestly, just when I was 15, when I started, I was at a friend's house, and he was saying, like, man, you should try to rap. I just started making beats, you should try to do it. And I was like, man, I'm white, I'm not gonna rap, blah, 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 I'm not Eminem. He's like, man, just make fun of yourself, like Eminem did, call yourself Cracker the Rapper or something like that, So at the time, I was like, all right, I'm gonna just go by Cracker, what the hell? And then, one day I just said Cracka Lack on the track, and I remember going through high school, everyone was seeing me like, Cracka Lack on the track, Cracka Lack on the track. So that was like my tag. Anytime I made a beat, it would say Cracka Lack on the track. And at the time, I hated it when I was younger. It was almost like you could make fun of me from the name Cracka Lack, but now it's so unique, and like Google SEO, like every day it just works. Cracka Lack. People remember Cracka Lack.
Exactly, no doubt. And like you say, you was 15. Like you say, you was actually, think yourself being black, Hispanic, as far as that culture, but you was actually white. And like I said, people compare, of course, you from Michigan, so they compare you to Eminem. Yeah. So you got, you stand out on your own, which is a good thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So let me ask you this: do your surroundings influence your music? As far as being from Michigan, Detroit area, Michigan, Lansing. I know you're from Lansing, but do that influence your music?
I'm really just influenced by like what's hot. It's like the down south right now is just on fire. I take a lot of trips to Atlanta and Miami, and really that down south is the bounce is what I would say is my style of beats that I make. If you listen to a whole album and I had one beat on there, it would be something single, radio, catchy, simple.
Right.
Would be my style of beat.
Definitely. So I know, as an artist, and I'm gonna go as an artist, you opened up for some great artists such as Fabulous, Twista, Young Buck, Peter Pablo, to name a few. How was that opening up for them?
It really just opened my eyes to the business. I mean, I feel like a lot of people that think about opening for people, you get a chance to get your life changed and this and that. And yeah, when I was doing those shows, it was like, oh man, I'm legit. Like I'm performing with Twista, I'm performing with Fabulous. But for me, more so, it was just learning more about the music business. Like if Twista's headlining the show, I understand he's only there to get paid. And he's gonna show up at 1 a.m. He's gonna perform his set. He's gonna leave. He's not there, scouting talent. Right. And watching people opening for him and stuff like that. So for me, it was just a learning experience. I feel like opening up to artists is good for it's more of like a resume. So they're like, yeah, I've opened up for these people. I put out these songs. I got songs with these people. But as far as career staging type stuff, opening for people it's not worth it.
Right, exactly. So I want to go back to the producing part of it. I know you like to say you produced a lot of songs for artists. In 2010, you landed your first big placement by producing Texas artist Charlie Boy's his second single. How was that as far as producing that?
Yeah, the Look Like Money, Smell Like Dallas. Shout out to Charlie Boy. His first single, I Look Good, was I think it's got over 1 million hits now, but I mean it was all over the radio. And how it happened was actually I had a website, CrackaLackBeats.com, and I used to just have all my beats up there. People could lease them or they could buy them, and I just get random emails. So and so bought a beat. So and so bought a beat. Well, his manager happened to come across my website, bought a beat. Charlie Boy did a song to it. He sends me the song, and I'm like, I wasn't familiar with Charlie Boy, and I was like, hey, I like the song. This guy's good. And he was like, oh, are you not familiar with Charlie Boy? I said, no, not at all. So he started sending me links of the label he was signed with, his other music videos, all of his information. I'm like, holy crap, this guy's the real deal. And they put it out as a single. It was cool. They used to send me shirts in the mail, nice. All of his mixtapes, just cool little stuff to show love.
Right, nice. So let me ask you this. I know I interview artists, indie artists, and one of the things as far as being a producer, and we're gonna go over the other things you've done, but as a producer, when an artist record their music, is mastering their music important when they put it out? Do you think that's one of the keys when they put out their songs?
Honestly, a good mix is, nowadays you can get a mix so close to a master that it's way cheaper and easier to just find a good studio where you can get a song recorded and mixed. And every song that I've shot videos for or produced when the artist put out, none of them have been mastered.
Oh, okay.
So I think mastered is a word that just floats around. Like a lot of people, like technically, if I was like other engineers, I could say, I'll record, mix, and master your song, but all I'm really doing is mixing the song. Like, mastering is a whole nother level, very expensive, thousands of dollars per song for mastering. So whenever you see engineers in the studio say, $50 to master your song, like that's just mixing your song, that's not mastering.
Oh, that's good to know. I can say I didn't know that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm thinking, I got you. So, also, as a producer, I know you say you came up with beats. and you actually make the beats yourself, and then you actually put it out, or you actually give it.
Yeah, yep. I've been making beats since I very first started. Like I said, I was trying to make my own beats to rap to back when I was 15, and when I was balancing a rapper and a producer, I was only selling maybe a beat every other week or so, very slow. And then when I switched focus to producer mode, it was just, hey, I got free time beats. And all I was doing is just, selling beats, getting beats out there. And then obviously the more you do anything, the better you're going to be. So the better my beats got when I was focused on just producing. And so that's where my main focus is now, is just producing and then shooting the video. So it's like a package deal that I'm doing with every artist. I'll make the beat exclusively for you.
Right.
And then I'll come to, if you're from Miami, boom, I'm coming down to Miami and we're shooting a video. Like, making power moves and building with artists versus just what I was doing before, is just selling beats to random artists that bought beats off my website. So there was no hands-on work with them. They were just going to the site, picking out a beat, paying for it, and then, whatever they did with the song is whatever they did with it.
Right. So speaking of that, and I'm gonna go over some other things in regards to that. As far as beats, if an artist want a beat, where can they go? As far as your website,
I still have a website, crackalackbeats.com, but I stopped uploading to it in about 2015. So there's still like maybe 500 beats that you can just pay the lease, $20 leases, or you can actually buy the beats. But what I've seen is, to get more success career-wise, no artist is really gonna lease beats. I think it's a lot more worth it to just make a beat and sell it exclusively to one artist. So then they're the only person with it. So now they're gonna do a lot more with that beat versus if they just pay $20 to lease it, and hundreds of other people lease the same beat. They're not really gonna go all out with it. So I'm trying to get any beat that I make an artist to go all out with it, shoot a video for it, and I can help them push it because now they own it. It's not a beat that they just lease.
Exactly. So let me ask you this: as far as, let's go to the your entrepreneur, being an entrepreneur. Now, $1 CD duplication, $1 CD duplication. You still doing that?
Yep, that's my baby right there, man. That's really what I mean. When you have multiple businesses, it's kind of like, say for the next few months, beats could be slow, videos could be slow, but CD orders could be going crazy. And then CDs could slow down for a month or so, and then boom, I'm doing studio time and beats or selling clothes. They're all balanced, but I feel like I need all of them. Just as much as the other, but yeah, my biggest business is the $1 CD duplication.com.
Definitely, I like that for real, because I know a lot of people need that, duplicating CDs.
Yeah, that's what I've seen is just like, if you have a service or a package or you offer something that people actually need, it's gonna sell itself. So really, the first year, all I did was focus on putting ads out there just to get it out there. So once people seen it, now they're always going to be a returning customer because I'm providing a service that they need, and I'm doing it better, and I'm doing it cheaper, and I'm doing it faster. So it's just a business that works. So why not invest every dollar and penny you got into that? And that's what I've been doing, and it's working.
No doubt, definitely. And then also as you mentioned, your Royal Legacy clothing line. Tell us a little bit about that. So you're doing it, my brother. You're doing it.
Thanks, man. Yeah. That my business partner, he's passionate with designing clothes, making clothes, and he had reached out to me about doing a clothing line together. And I was like, yeah, if we're gonna do it, let's do it right. I want to go and actually hand pick clothes. I want if you have one Royal Legacy clothing shirt in your closet, I want it to be that shirt that you wear all the time. It's your favorite shirt. It's so comfortable. And so yeah, we went out, we handpicked all the fabric that we're gonna use, and it's been doing good. We're going on 3 years now.
Nice. Like I say, you basically what you're doing is not putting all your eggs in one basket. You're doing different things, and that's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Because producing,
Exactly, yeah.
You're doing everything, so that's good, definitely good. So what else can we expect from you in the future?
I'm obviously never going to stop. You know, I think when you look at a lot of artists or producers or, you know, actors, actresses, any people in the entertainment field, you'll see them heat up and then they kind of stop for a long time or whatever. But I've been consistent for over 10 years, and I've never took a break. I'm learning as much as I can on the way. And what I've been doing really this last year, the last about 13, 14 months, is documenting everything. So I have a YouTube channel, Cracka Lack TV, and what I do is I'll film what I got going on pretty much for like the week, edit everything, and, you know, put out like a 10-minute episode, Cracka Lack TV episode this, and it shows me shooting a video, making some beats, you know, doing whatever I was doing that week. I like to travel a lot, so now I'm going down to Atlanta, Miami, California, Texas, wherever I'm going, filming the whole process, so now I can show people, like, it's just documenting my journey, so I can look back on it, you know, 2-3 years from now, and like people can see, like, oh, he was doing this. Like every week I see him doing something. Eventually, something big is going to happen, and
exactly.
So that's focus.
Yeah, like you said, that YouTube have made a lot of people famous. You know what I'm saying? So definitely.
Exactly, and I've yet to find someone on YouTube that does what I do. I mean, there's producers that'll make a video of them making a beat, but as far as vlogging, like their real life, pursuing a career, like kind of like their thoughts on the journey.
Right. Exactly. Definitely. So I don't want to put you on the spot, but let me ask you this: if you had, you producing a beat, you got a beat, and artist that's out there, I know we deal with indie artists, but what artist would you say you want to give your beat to, let them rock it? What artist you have in mind that you want to give a beat to and see where it goes?
If I had to pick one, I'd say like probably Rick Ross.
No doubt.
But if I could name maybe like 5 or so, I'd say like Rick Ross, 2 Chainz, Lil Wayne, T.I., Young Jeezy.
And then rock out with it. I'm
definitely.
Yeah, because I know, like you said, you've been doing your thing, and I know if they get a hold of it, you're gonna be, I'm gonna say, that's Cracka Lack joint. Hey, rocking it.
Yeah,
What's up? Definitely what's up. So, tell the listeners as far as where they can actually, I know you mentioned as far as some of your websites. What about your social media sites, Twitter, Instagram? Tell the listeners where they can actually find you.
Yep, I'm on social media. I post about 5-6 times a day. I might even annoy you, but on Instagram, Cracka_Lack. On Twitter, @CrackaLack. Facebook, Cracka Lack. And YouTube, Cracka Lack TV. And my email is crackalackmusic@gmail.com. Yep, I'm on social media every day.
No doubt, definitely. So any last minute shout out or acknowledgement you want to give?
Shout out to you guys for having me. Shout out to all the listeners. Shout out to Lansing, Michigan. Yeah, everyone that's making power moves and always working.
No doubt, definitely. And I want to say, thanks for coming through. Continued success to you. You're doing a lot. Definitely shout out to Vanity. She definitely set this up. She said, he's doing good moves.
Shout out to Vanity.
Yeah, she's definitely doing moves. And, I said, let me get him on. And, most definitely appreciate you coming through. So,
I wish you guys nothing but the best of luck.
No doubt. So continued success to you, and hopefully I hear from you in the near future. And definitely, I got you, on Facebook, so I'm definitely see what you're doing, what you're up to. If you're ever in New York, hit me up. That's where I'm at, New York.
I will be in New York soon. We're gonna definitely link up.
No doubt. All right, so you have a good one. All right.
All right, man. Thanks for having me.
All right, no problem.